Hola mi gente, welcome back to my channel. So for today, what we'll be doing is a get ready with me video plus a Q&A. I have everything displayed out in front of me. I have my mirror right here with me as well too. For today, I won't be getting into detail about what I will be using. I will write everything that I use in this video on the description bar down below for anybody that is interested. If you do want a more in-depth tutorial about what I will be doing to my face, then please comment, like, subscribe so I know that you guys are all about it. Like I said, this video today is going to be Q&A. John will be asking the questions behind the camera.
Hey.
And yeah, and we'll pretty much just get started.
Is that the intro?
Alright, so as you guys have noticed, I already have my base on, and that is because while filming, one of our lights actually turned off. The battery died, unfortunately. Alright guys, so I realized when helping John edit the video, my energy is not that great. So first, I want to apologize for that. I realized after the battery died for our light, you know, a little piece of me died with it too. So no, but for all honesty, like my energy is a little bit down. I apologize for that, but I hope you guys still enjoyed this video. Now back to the video. So we're just gonna start off at the base and restart with the questions. But yeah, please don't mind my huge zit on my face. I'm a picker, unfortunately. Comment, like if y'all, if you are a picker too. Don't recommend it.
First question. Top 5 makeup products.
Top 5 makeup products. I'm a huge highlighter person. I love highlight. I love looking like a glazed donut. I had a friend tell me in high school I looked like one, and I was like internally happy. My second one is bronzer. I love bronzer. I don't know. I just like the chisel look. I like the warm look. I like all of that too. John always comments how he hates how my bronzer is cut off. Basically, if you guys, I mean, my makeup lovers out there, you already know, right? The bronzer and then the foundation. For some reason, he wants me to bring my bronzer down. No. I love a good liquid liner. I love a good glitter, like eyeshadow glitter. I don't really wear glitter that much, just because I feel like it's, you know, it's for like special events, fancy events. But when I can, I do wear it. And then I love a good liquid lip. I love nudes. I think John gets really tired of me buying nudes. He always tells me like I already have that same shade, but like it's like not the same shade. It's the same shade to him, but it's not the same shade to me. So that's what counts.
Besides a cat, what other pets have you owned?
I had a Chihuahua when I was living with my parents. Her name was Chispita. She has passed away already. She passed away a couple years ago. And we had her for a good 13 years. Maybe John can edit a picture of her somewhere around here so you guys can see. We had her since she was a puppy. So yeah, that was the other pet that we had. Unless you include, like, the goldfish I had when I was younger. And, like, quick story. I went to Mexico, and I told my cousin to take care of my goldfish because he was living at our house at the time to, like, take care of our house. And I came back during the summer, and then he said the goldfish was gone. So I'm pretty sure he killed my goldfish.
He died, though. R.I.P. Ricky.
Why did you name her Concha?
Concha's my cat. I mentioned about her in our last video, or my first video. Maybe I can try to link it somewhere if I can.
I just can't do it, Captain. I do it have the power.
We named her Concha. Well, honestly, John named her Concha. When we went to the shelter, we weren't thinking of adopting a cat, like nothing. We were just there because I wasn't feeling great, and I love to just go to an animal shelter and just look at animals. And so when we ended up actually getting her, he was like, she reminds me of a concha, which is a Mexican bread, pan dulce. For those who don't know it, maybe John can add a picture, a side-by-side comparison of our cat and La Concha. And he's just like, she looks like that. She looks like the color, and we're just going to name her Concha. And I was like, I'm all for it. And yeah, that's how we named her.
Why did you decide to adopt?
I'm a huge advocate of adopt, don't shop. I just think there's so many animals out there, whether it's like cats or dogs, birds, reptilians, whatever, that like need a really good home. And like, to be honest with you, these are animals that like will love you, you know, and like they cherish you and they like think of you as their world, you know, because you basically took them out of a really difficult situation or a lonely situation, and they pretty much just want to be around you. I mean, they're just animals that just want to love you and cherish you and be with you, and that's all they want.
Who is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration is my mom. Very cliche, I know. But for those of you who do not know my mom, she actually, even though she comes from a very Christian like background, well, she grew up Catholic and then she converted to Christianity, so she's always like been in some type of religion. And so, but even though like her being in that background, she is the most loving and understanding person. She's very open. She doesn't judge you. She doesn't give you harsh looks. She doesn't give you harsh tone. Like, she doesn't do that. On the contrary, she'll always come with you with like advice, very caring advice, you know, very like, you know, like she's worried for you, you know. She's very motherly, not just to me, but to like everybody around her. She doesn't really let, I guess, what like people think as like a religion define her. And yeah.
What is a passion you want to accomplish and work in?
So when I was younger, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be famous for that, but clearly, you know, that's not gonna happen. But and then like when I started watching like more YouTube, I saw like beauty like bloggers and vloggers and all that stuff, and I was like, oh snap, like people get like paid to do makeup. But I was always kind of scared to do YouTube because I've never been a techie person. And so this is why like I thank John for helping me, because he's like a huge techie person. He loves like learning about all that stuff. But pretty much like now, I really want to work in the community, being some type of like guidance counselor or like some type of advisor or whatever with at-risk youth, children, families, undocumented families, or at-risk families, things like that.
What 2 words define you?
Passionate and resilient, for sure. For me, like someone that's passionate is like, sorry, let me just drink some of my juicy juice. And someone like that's passionate for me is just like, they pretty much are like, once they set their mind to something, they wholeheartedly just like stick to it, you know. And it doesn't necessarily mean like they're perfectionists. It doesn't mean like they may even like finish that project. It may take a while or something, but they're like, their whole mind, their whole like being, their soul, everything is like into that. And resilient for me pretty much just means like you're able to bounce back from any hardship.
How do you self-care?
I don't.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
So I self-care honestly by doing my makeup. I love doing my makeup, to be honest, during this quarantine, and just sitting in front of my vanity and just looking at like looks to see that I want to practice, and just do that. And another thing that like John reminded me earlier was my therapy. I go to therapy. That has helped me so much in understanding myself as a person, and just also understanding other people. In therapy, people kind of assume that like that person's there to fix your life, and that's not true. That person's there just to listen to you and maybe kind of give you a different perspective on things. And it kind of gets you thinking like, like I never thought of something like that, which is what, you know, therapy is supposed to be for. So if you are thinking of getting into therapy, definitely like try it out. Like don't be scared, you know, because at the end of the day, it's for you, and it's to better you. And for people that like know that who's in therapy, don't judge them. Definitely just kind of consider like their situation that they're in, you know, be patient with them, be loving with them, accepting and things like that. But yeah. This is basically what I'm talking about, where John's like, ew, it's too harsh. It's like dark and like light. And I'm over here like, okay, so you want me to have what? Let me show y'all the color of this as my skin right there.
Nope.
Like, we not trying to blackfish, and that's already a whole nother topic that we not gonna get into. But look it up so y'all know. So right now, I'm gonna just do my brows. My brows take forever. Jonathan already knows. So I'm gonna come back. And we're back. So brows are done. Those took me a long time, so that's why we had to just fast forward to that. But next question.
What's a weird habit you have?
Because, you know, I think when somebody asks you what's a weird habit, like what's a weird habit you have, you're like, is it weird? You know, because you're so normal, like it's so normal to you to do it. So I'm just like, is it weird? So I'm kind of like asking him, I don't know, John, what do you think is like a weird habit that I have? Like being from a different like set of eyes.
You
should have taken these palettes out of the box. Okay, there you go.
One of them is that you search up information on a show or movie that you're watching right then and there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, yeah. We pretty much are watching like a show called Criminal Minds, and y'all, I mean, if y'all don't know, that pretty much has like 15 seasons, and we're like in season 8. And pretty much every like new character that comes around, or like one of like the OG characters that are, I'm always like looking at like, oh, who's in a relationship, or who's like gonna die, or not really who's gonna die, but mostly who's gonna be in a relationship, things like that.
So one person asked, have you ever been to jail?
So, shockingly enough, I have not, you guys. On a serious note, I actually have never been to jail. I've never been arrested. I've never gone to juvie. I've never, like, the worst I've even done is probably go to, like, the principal's office or something like that. And even when I got detention, I didn't even go. When I was given detention, I was like, I'm not gonna go. And I even told my friend, I was like, I'm not gonna go. And he was like shook. He was like, oh my God, why didn't you go? They called your name out. But I don't know, I didn't care. I thought because I was so cool with like security, and I was cool with like the principal and the vice principal, the deans and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? They'll give me a pass. And low key, they did.
Nope.
But I do not recommend that. Don't get detention, but if you have detention, go. You'll learn something.
Period!
What John is trying to say is, will I be filming a cover soon? Sorry. I'm not trying to bash you or anything.
A cover song.
A cover song. Did I even say it right? I did. For you guys that do not know me, first of all, let me say it like right now, because I'm a horrible YouTuber. Remember, it's my second video, so don't be super harsh on me, please. But welcome to my channel. My name is Vanya. Jeez. But I've been singing since I was 10, and I started singing in my church like group when I was 15. That's a huge part of like my life and everything. I pretty much stopped singing for 3 years right now. And the reason why is I felt very discouraged. I felt very like unmotivated. I guess like right now with the cover thing is just like, it gets me a little bit nervous just because since I haven't sang for 3 years, and like pretty much your voice is a muscle, right? Like you pretty much have to practice that. I'm like nervous I'm gonna sound like horrible, you know? And I think I can take critique from people, I just can't take critique from myself. Like, I'm literally, like, I kid you not, I feel like I'm my worst critic. That's what gets me really nervous. I don't know. That's kind of up in the air. We'll see where that kind of maybe goes with John's amazing editing skills. Maybe we can make something, or he'll probably make something.
What did your past relationship teach you?
What my last relationship taught me was you can't help anybody that doesn't want to get help, to be honest. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much you like want to be with them, and no matter how much it's like it's for their good, you know, it's not gonna happen. Quick backstory behind that is that before I met John, I was in a verbally and emotionally abusive relationship for roughly 2 years. And at some point, I'm pretty sure this person was using hard drugs. And so it got to a point where no matter what I said and no matter what I did, nothing was really kind of getting to this person's head. And so I realized, you know, that I'm like, this person doesn't want to get help. And it just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm over it. You know, I'm done. To rephrase that super fast or repeat myself, it's just like, you can't help somebody that does not want to get help. Did you fart?
What is she doing?
Gary? I thought what we had was special!
And this is what I get. I'm worried for her, and this is what I get. Ooh, that almost fell in my eye. I swear I thought I saw spit come out of my mouth. I'm a hot mess, y'all. Okay? I was on a flow, and then that light had to cut off, and I'm just like, whew. So I'm just going to finish up with all my stuff, and we'll be right back. And this is the final look right here. Super. Let me take my glasses off. I had them on. Okay. This is the final look. Super basic. No lashes. I mean, no fake lashes. I mean, I have lashes, right? Quick thing before. So if you ever have like a zit like this right here. Big old papazote right there. So what I like to do is I like to grab a brown liner. Not a black one, but a brown one. Especially if it's kind of like, you can really tell it's a pimple. And just kind of like, you know what I mean? Color that in a little bit. If you see that's a little bit too dark or whatever, you can always just grab your sponge and just like dab it out or whatever. And then it kind of looks like a little mole, little fake mole. Quick thing. So everything that I use in the video, I will have it written down below for you guys. But if you want a more in-depth tutorial of like the products I use for my face, more necessarily like, or like a eyebrow tutorial. I know not a lot of people like the fluffy brow, especially John. But you know, I like it. So whatever works for you, sis, right? But yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and I totally jacked up. But if you are new, welcome. You know, subscribe. I hope you enjoy this. We were all over the place for today. So hopefully, like I said, you guys like this video. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Adios.